everyone. We're going to continue with our tutorial on the all-in-one approach to succeeding at the piano Prep A. Your students are now ready for page 10 and 11. Here's Unit 2, and they learn the quarter note pulse. They've already internalized this quarter note pulse for some time now. And if you'd like to start your lesson actually reviewing page 6, this is a really great idea. So on page 6, if you remembered, we had our students clap a quarter note pulse, walk around the room, march around the room, step to the beat, so that they get the feeling of that steady rhythm. And you can play the piano march again for your students and have them go ahead and walk or march around the room. So now that they have internalized this rhythm, they are ready to see the actual symbol as well as learn the definition of it. So now let's go to page 10. Here they're learning that this is called a quarter note and it gets one beat. So clap and step to this rhythm with a steady beat. So shall we try it? 1, 1, 1, 1. And have your students get up and do it, walking around the room. Now tap, keeping the beat on your lap, counting 1 aloud for each beat. It's going to be very important that your students get used to the right and the left hand notes. Stems going up are for the right hand, note stems going down for the left hand. So let's go ahead and tap on our thighs. Ready? Let's raise your right hand. Ready, tap. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Our students will ask, what are those 2 notes that are right together like this? And you'll say, oh my gosh, that means that you play those 2 notes together. I see. So they find the groups of 2 black keys. Here on the musical map, the student knows that the group of 2 black keys for the right hand is they're right next to middle C. Okay, they're not yet ready to play the entire piece yet. Let's go ahead and have them point to the notes and say the lyrics. Play the big drum. Right, right, left, left. Now let's point and not count, but let's go ahead and say the finger numbers in rhythm. 3, 2, 2, 3. Together, 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 together. Okay, your students are getting ready to play this piece. Is there anything else we should ask them before they start to play? Maybe it would be a good idea for them to actually close the fall board. And why don't we go ahead and tap the rhythm one more time. Right, right, left, left, together, 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 together. And then we could also do 3, 2, 2, 3, together, 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 together. And you can see that I'm always having my students learn that their playing apparatus is made up of their forearm, their wrist, and their hand and their fingers going down and coming up all at once, playing on their finger pads. Okay, did you play with a steady beat? Now, I just asked the first question in that green oval, which has the Musicality Girl right next to it. This little girl is very helpful to all of us because she helps our students start to listen to what they're playing. This is so important in piano playing, right? In any learning of a musical instrument. What are you going to be listening for when you play? And after you play, did it sound like it was supposed to sound? So why don't we ask these questions before the student plays? You can say, I'm going to listen for a steady beat. And your student will say, I'm going to listen for a steady beat as well. And then you could say, do you think that this piece will be about big drums or small drums? And they'll laugh, they'll giggle, and they'll say, those are about big drums. They're actually called timpani. I said, yes, absolutely. So now that you have the sound and the rhythm in their mind, then go ahead and ask them to play. Did you play with a steady beat? I certainly did. And did you make a big sound? I did. It probably could have been a little bigger. Yeah, maybe. But why don't we go on for now? The next page in the all-in-one approach is a theory page. And as you notice, the theory and the ear training and the time to compose activities are all in the exact same book. So you'll notice that the students do some writing, they also do some circling, and then the two little sisters right next to each other. These are rhythm activities so that the student has to listen to a rhythm that you tap, and then they have to circle what they hear, and of course have them tap the rhythms back to you. So I call these little things, let's see, I have parrot play, I have just beautiful rhythms. Let's see. Oh, I'll think about that in a moment, what exactly I call those two little girls, but they always have to deal with rhythm and ear training. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at page 12. Here we have groups of 2 black keys again, and of course we want to ask our students this before they play the piece, and where they are going to be placing their fingers on the keyboard. And again, we have some really great practice steps. Have your students do these practice steps in the lesson so that they follow them in their weeks practicing. Notice the groups of 2 black keys. Raise the hand that will start. Which hand is that? My right hand. Wiggle the fingers you will use. Gently press these fingers into your lap. Tap with your perfect piano hands and count out loud. So you could have them go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Right? You could do the same thing on the closed fall board. You could have them tap it on their thighs. Always change up the way we teach this rhythm so that the students never get bored or antsy about playing the piece. You want them to have all of this rhythm completely internalized so that they will not be mixing up their finger numbers with the counting. Very important. All right, so happy days. This is a really exciting piece. Some kids think they should go boating. What I like is simply floating. Lift your hands off the keys, wrist first. So we want to make sure that the student just doesn't lift, because now that they're used to playing with their whole playing apparatus together, they're going to lift like this, right? And it'll look like they're like a zombie coming off the piano. But instead we want to make sure that they lift with their wrist first, place them in their lap.